Hello, this is Faria, and you are watching The Inclusive International. According to the latest reports, there is a continuous crackdown by Taliban authorities on dissenting voices. Anybody who speaks against the Taliban, particularly about the women's issue, is harassed, detained, and restricted to take part in public life. The Taliban have issued an order to ban Afghan women staff of the United Nations from working throughout Afghanistan, which is a disturbing trend undermining the ability of aid organizations to work in Afghanistan, where 23 million people need help. Due to a discriminatory and unlawful ban on Afghan women's and girls' education's participation in public life, women are forced to stay inside their houses. There is a complete ban on women's work outside their home. Women who are not clothed in accordance with Taliban rules or who go outside without a mahram face wiping, beating, and verbal abuse. Even women are not allowed to laugh loudly, so it means that the Taliban Shariat interprets that no stranger should hear the women's voice. To speak about the plight of Afghan women and the blatant violation of human rights in Afghanistan, we have invited Imran Poya, who is in exile and was previously a member of Afghanistan civil society and has worked for girls and women's education and gender-based equality in Afghanistan. Imran, welcome to the show.
Uh, Hello, Faria. Thank you so much for you to talking about Afghanistan and inviting me to talk about women and girls and the current ongoing situation in Afghanistan. Yeah, thank you so much.
It's great to have you. So, Imran, since it's been 600 days of the Taliban's callous ban on women education, so tell us how women are feeling there. What's their reaction? And since they are not going to schools or universities, so what are they doing at their home? Are they finding some other solutions to educate themselves, or are they just sitting in their homes?
Uh, yeah, actually, since August 2021, when the Taliban took over Afghanistan, as they were saying that they have changed and the international organizations and other countries were also looking and waiting for them what action they want to take. Uh, Actually, the Taliban has changed, but negatively, not positively from the past. So in the beginning of their government, it was uh, a little bit good for the women that they could at least they were able to go to universities and go to school, but later after some time they banned the school, then only universities were open for girls. Then after one semester or 6 months, then again they announced that they closed the universities, and step by step every day as days are passing, more limitation and more obstacles are being uh, toward the women in Afghanistan now. So they are not able to work. They are not allowed to work. They even they when we read the news, and it is very unfortunate. Even they do not allow like the taxis or the public transports uh, to give right to a woman or a girl and who is not accompanied by a relative or a family member. So generally, we can say that it is very unfortunate, and the women in Afghanistan are passing very dark days, and the limitation are increasing day by day, and the feeling so it is like suffocating. Like you uh, can you imagine that like you are not allowed what you should wear. You should ask someone else. Okay, so you should ask someone else that you're going outside. You should ask someone else that I want to study. So you're not allowed. So that is very difficult for women and girls who are in Afghanistan right now.
Hmm. So, Imran, Deputy Secretary Amna J. Mohammed of the UN suggested on April 24th that the Doha meeting, which took place on 2nd May, would find some baby steps to put them back on the pathway to recognition of the Taliban. So, what was the reaction of the public after Deputy Secretary Amna Ji Mohammed said this? And what do you think that how would the Afghan nationals would react if the Taliban would be recognized by the UN?
Uh, Unfortunately, like currently, even before the recognition of the Taliban, that they give political recognition to Taliban government in Afghanistan, nowadays as well, like Afghanistan and Afghan people are being just left behind. Like it is kind of like the feeling that Afghan people have that they are not part of the world, so not part of the UN. Okay, so though
Mm,
Afghanistan is member of the United Nations, but
mm,
literally we see and the Afghan people see that we are not, because they talk not to the women of Afghanistan. In Doha, was there any member of from the women or the girls from Afghanistan? There was no one, and the meeting and the talk were just behind the closed doors. No one knew what was ongoing. So if the world and the UN, so they recognize the Taliban government, like it is like a very shameful decision would be for the world, that they do not
mm,
consider, they do not include the women. Women are like part of Afghanistan, like uh, half of the population of Afghanistan. If you just ignore them, so how it feels like if the women are not educated. So a very simple example, uh, like any health issues the women that are getting, like, so who gonna treat? Or so that is, I don't know where is the logic, no, the logic that Taliban have. They do not allow the girls. So if their own family members, but it's still, it is so funny that their family members are not in Afghanistan. So their family members are like studying, enjoying free life in Qatar or in other foreign countries. So
mm,
it would be very difficult, like if like a mother is, we have a quote right there. Then we say if a mother is educated, she can educate the whole family member or the world. But if
exactly.
a man is educated, like one person is educated, right?
Mm,
So that is how all Afghan people, especially
mm,
women and girls, they are requesting, and the public against this, the Amina saying, like everywhere there's demonstration and protest against her saying and the decision, and against the meaning of the Doha, that they should talk to Afghan people, not to the Taliban. And if
mm,
even now, like if they want to make a change and bring a change in Afghanistan, so they can talk to the women in Afghanistan. So because now they are like every month, like $40 million or like cash, no, going to Afghanistan. So that is a support. That is support. It means that Taliban have the financial support. Where are the money?
mm,
Because the money, they say that we are helping the people. Like I just read a week ago, like 20 million Afghan people sleep hungry at night.
mm,
So where are those money going? So then, like $40 million just last week went to Afghanistan. If we give like every person in Afghanistan $1,000, that would be enough. But the Afghan
mm,
people, like no job, nothing, all limitation. No one knows where all these monies are going.
mm.
That is the main problem, So that they need to consider, and they need to talk to the people, not to the Taliban.
But what do you think that if not the Taliban, then what do you think? Who represents the Afghan people? Which party? Which political party is the most favorite amongst the amongst Afghan nationals?
Actually, I cannot name like specific political parties, because like
Mm,
there were many political parties, and the previous government, though there were like freedom, they think the previous governors were also so corrupted, you know, and even the people do not trust them to be back to the politics or to the talks on the table. So that is why the people even
Mm,
in my idea, if sorry, in my opinion, if they
mm,
want to talk to the Taliban, so the UN
mm,
just can give them a guideline. So
mm,
uh, uh, if they believe in the people's decision and a free government and inclusive government, so they can choose the election. So Afghan
mm,
people say, okay, that's right. So the Taliban would be here. That's okay. And Afghanistan is a country which is like a very diverse country. Like different tribes are living in Afghanistan. But now the Taliban are like majority of them are from one tribe, and it is like the whole control of the government is like controlling one tribe, and the others are just excluded and they are pushed to margins. So
mm,
if the UN want to recognize the Taliban before giving the recognition, they can give the guideline. Okay, so we want to give recognition in these cases, and these are the criteria that you need to accept and implement them. So open the school for girls. Girls should be allowed to work, and so election. There is a free way. So election. If the
mm,
Taliban are not afraid of that they would lose the power, they should accept the election. They say that yes, Afghan people are happy with us. Everyone is this, but not if they exactly believe what they say. They should
mm.
announce the election, and still they can govern. And let's see whom the people will vote and who will be the governor.
Hmm. So, so Imran, what do you think that what is the role of Pakistan ISI? Because Afghans, they accuse Pakistan ISI of being behind the Taliban. So, how true is that? And the Afghan diaspora around the world criticized Hina Rabani, her selection as a representative from Afghanistan in the meeting in Doha. So, how did the local people react to this?
Uh, yeah, that is what you said is true. That even in Afghanistan, and majority of Afghan people believe that. So most of the advice and the Taliban are receiving from Pakistan, because
Hmm.
most of their leaders, their families are living like in Karachi, in Balochistan. They have their families there, and they are living. And most of them are studied in Haqqani madrasa in Pakistan. And
So you mean
so the
just a second. So you mean that the families of Taliban leaders are living in Pakistan, inside Pakistan, in capital cities like Karachi, Balochistan, and Lahore, right?
Yeah, that's true. It was announced in many magazines in Afghanistan and
Hmm.
on TV shows. Yeah, that most of them, their families are living in Pakistan. So even the the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I don't remember his name, member of the Taliban. Even he just asked about the opinion of the ISI leader about opening and allowing India to open their embassy again in Kabul. So it means
Hmm.
it shows a very close relation. It means that
Hmm.
the Taliban cannot decide without the ISI, right? So whomever in Pakistan just guide them or just lead them. They
Hmm.
are also saying that, as they say, the Taliban leader. that no one has seen him. Even most of member of the Taliban, most of them, they say we have not met. So there is also one thing that is like just a name. Such a person as a
Mm.
leader of the Taliban does not exist. So the leader is like someone like anonymous. They say it
Okay.
is like an anonymous person. So it means the people referring that anonymous person to the ISI and to the Pakistan, that they say all the things are coming, the counseling, how to do, what to do, are coming from the Pakistan. Even like the first day that the Taliban entered in Kabul, that night, I don't remember, he was uh, the spokesperson of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Pakistan, or from the security officials. So they were in the palace, right, presidential palace of Afghanistan. That night the Taliban entered, he was there. So that shows that also it is a strong belief most of the people. It's not my own idea. It is everyone's in Afghanistan. They say that Pakistan is showing, because the Taliban, most of them are like, they were in the mountains, they were fighting, they are uneducated, they don't know how to govern, how to do technical things. Even there is a belief that most of the technical parts in different ministries and the systems, or the
Mm.
Pakistan people are doing for them, for the Taliban.
Mm. Yeah, but Imran, what do you think? What could be the interest of Pakistan or Pakistan's ISI in supporting Taliban, and who is behind Pakistan? Because Pakistan is also a poor and developing country. So, who is behind Pakistan? Who is providing these weapons to Pakistan to further provide it to Afghanistan?
Yeah, actually, the relation, like the historical relation between Pakistan, Afghanistan, and the dispute between these two countries, like the border, right? So the Afghan people, and especially
Mm.
the Pathan people, we say Pashtun and they say Pathan in Pakistan.
Yeah.
They say that the Pakistan say that it is like an officially recognized border, right? But Pashtuns in Afghanistan, which Taliban is also part of the Pashtun tribe, they say uh, that no, like even till Peshawar, like they belong to Afghanistan. So, and people,
Mm.
and they say that they have divided Pashtun tribe into two parts, right? Half into
Mm.
Pakistan and half remained in Afghanistan. So that is,
Mm.
the Pakistani is like also like it is. I think it is a kind of they feel the Pakistan government feel as a threat, right? If
Mm.
Afghanistan is a independent country and become a strong country, so it there would be a dispute uh, um, for the border.
Mm.
So the Pakistan and Afghan people, there is a strong belief that the Pakistan does not want Afghanistan to become a powerful country or to become like an independent country. So Pakistan always wants to control Afghanistan, right?
Mm.
Even like most of the goods from the mining, from the coal, many things are illegally, and the fruits, everything from Afghanistan,
Mm.
like gold and many things, they are entering Pakistan illegally in a very cheap price. And we see most of the
Mm.
products of Afghanistan, so still in the winters, they are being imported back to Afghanistan from Pakistan. So like
Mm.
the like financial interest is there, like the G2, the border, like Pakistan does not want that Afghanistan like should be like India, right?
Mm.
To fight
They
against
want a
Pakistan,
weak
to
neighbor.
stand against the Pakistan. Yeah, that is, I guess.
Even if Pakistan is behind Taliban, so it's not possible without the help of local Afghan people. So you can't, entirely put the responsibility on Pakistan or Pakistan's ISI, because if local Afghans are not involved in it, you can't say that they are not literate people, they are poor people, they are the people from mountain, it's very hard for them to live. So they get money from ISI or Pakistan, and they sell their conscience to Pakistan. So you can't put the entire responsibility of Pakistan, because even if there is a terrorist attack in Pakistan, so there is a Pakistani involved in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah, that's true. Like even like all the Taliban are from Afghanistan, that they are now uh, governing on Afghanistan. So they are from Afghanistan. So unless like it is uh, it is a very popular like saying in Afghanistan, like unless there is not someone from the home, so how another person can enter the home, right? If a person does not show the way. So that is, yeah, that's true. Like even the Taliban, they are from Afghanistan. Yeah, they are. The interesting point is that almost, especially those the top leaders, are all studied in Pakistan madrasas, and those madrasas have a very a strong influence on them. So there is like uh, a terrorist idea and extremist beliefs, right? Even inside Pakistan. So that is also becomes now it is a challenge for Pakistan government as well. We see right nowadays that is a challenge for both countries. So even like uh, there was a video in Balochistan last year when the Taliban took over Afghanistan. There was like in one of the madrasas, they were just distributing sweet to celebrate this happiness that yes, now the Taliban has got control on
Taken over,
Afghanistan.
yeah.
It means
Yeah.
they are involved, right?
So, Imran, what do you think that why Muslim world is so regressive? Why we are not progressing? Like Pakistan is burning. There is so much political instability. Afghanistan is in crisis. Iran is in crisis. Yemen is in war. So, what do you think? What do we people lack exactly?
Uh, I think it is not about the Islam, right? So what nowadays what Islam is being said and the people know as Islam, like the Islam that Taliban believes is not matching what is saying in Islam. Just a simple and a very obvious example, we can say like in Islam, the first word in holy in Quran is that Iqra, right?
Ikra.
It means read.
Yeah.
There is not said men, you should all only read, not women. There is not such a thing because there is in Islam there is no difference between women and men. Both are equal, and so Islam does not discriminate male and female. And I think it is very like a very big question that why like in most Muslim countries it is like the crisis. It is very difficult to just say exactly why. Uh, it is maybe like a systematic. There is like a systematic work is being done like that. That Islam is bad to give this image from Islam to outside world. Yes, that Muslims are bad Muslims, and is one reason. And the next reason is not from Islam, from the people, right? That they interpret Islam in a different way.
Exactly.
So now that the Taliban are fighting, so that is their problem, and they use Islam, right? They use Islam.
Yeah,
Now that they
exactly.
use Islam and make their own rules and putting limitation on a part of the like they are not considering females and as a human. So and they it is
Mm.
being interpreted as Islam because they say
Yeah.
our government in Islamic country.
Mm.
I think that is also the beliefs that most of the Muslim people have, or that they want groups of tourist people or all this, they want to use Islam and to give this image to the world, and that is interpreted as Islam. It means now you say I'm Muslim, everyone says you're tourist, you're because you're from Afghanistan, you're this, right? That is, I think,
Yeah.
uh, some of the issues.
Yeah, so actually, I was not referring to Islam, I was referring to the Muslim world. So, but I would like to end the show on the note that Taliban's Sharia is, not the right interpretation of Quran. And we hope for the best for Afghan women and Afghanistan. Thank you so much, Imran. It was great to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Faria, for giving me this time to talk about Afghan women and Afghan girls, like every individual, and we can be the voice of Afghan women and girls. So we need to raise the voice that to the world and everyone that yes, we are not accepting. They are putting limitation on girls, and the world and the UN need to put an end to this crisis in Afghanistan so that everyone can live freely and the life that they deserve. Yeah, thank you so much. It was a great pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, this was all from the Inclusive International signing off, Faria.